Closing is always easy when you're in Cardone U. We role play with Grant Cardone's team. They know just what to do. They're always there to support us. We couldn't ask for more. On our way in the right direction, we found what we're looking for. In FLC, in FLC. Closing is better with appointment setters. You'd better believe we're not a team but a family. We work together in harmony. We are devoted, on that you can quote me, in FLC.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the FLC Hangout where your freedom lifestyle begins. We are back with another powerful, insightful, informational episode for you, and I am super excited for our subject today. This past few days.
Oh my God, Josie, you have to, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I want the inside scoop, okay? Jabari was just on the TED Talks and you and Seb were there. So I want to know what happened. How was it? Well, how'd it go?
Oh my goodness. First of all, like seeing the whole team and everyone and Jabari's family was so nice. So, but like that was great. That was an experience in itself. Like everyone's so lovely.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous. Like I want to
this.
see the family too.
I know we wanted to take loads of photos for you guys. But yeah, if any of you are watching this video right now, anyone that was there, like you're all amazing. And it was just such a powerful group to hang out with. I'm gonna come back to this little point in a second because I had aha moments while I was there. But the TED Talk, if you know, you may or may not know that Jabari was just on TEDx. The video isn't on YouTube yet, but we'll let you know as soon as it is. It was absolutely amazing. It was a full day of loads of amazing speakers. So much knowledge, so many things that like I knew before, but hearing someone else say it or like an outside person say it or say it in a different way just completely sparked a whole different like aha moment about it, right? Like we say it all the time. You can watch things, you can do trainings one time, but the more you go back to it, you can never do it enough, right? You can never hear something enough because it's always going to click on that further level, right? I think you've talked about that as well before.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because it doesn't matter, like it doesn't matter how many times you hear it. Like you said, it doesn't matter how many times you hear it. We hear things, the same things every single day. And that's a good thing. However, when we go and we hear it from somebody else or said in a different context, then it's like a whole new world is opened up. And it's like, oh my God, I never thought of it that way. So yeah, I get that all the time. And it's incredible.
Yeah, it really is. And like I wish I took more notes. I was so engrossed in the speakers that I didn't take many notes, but one of my learnings was you can never hear something enough times. Something else that I wanted to share with you and everyone here is we all know Jabari is a hard worker, right? She works really hard. She works all around the clock. I don't know if that woman even sleeps. I don't think she does.
I know.
By the way, we asked her. We went for dinner after the TED Talk. Sorry, Jabari, if you're watching this, I'm going to expose you right now. We went for dinner after the TED Talk, and we were like, Jabari, how long did you sleep last night? And she was like, well, I went to bed around 2 and woke up at 5. And then she had a whole day of TED Talk. So that woman is a hard worker. But seeing it in real life, seeing how hard she practiced the script, she was going over and over and over, all the way to the last minute. Like on the day, she was still changing things and going over and over and over. And I think that just goes to show that even her, like at the level she is, she knows how to command a stage, and it was very obvious that stage was hers. It was
I wish I
hers.
could have been there. That would have been like, oh my God.
It
I
was
can only imagine that because we watch her on videos and everything else. I don't mean to cut you off, but
oh
we watch her on videos and in webinars and challenges and stuff. But I can only imagine seeing her in person command that stage and to dominate that has got to be a completely different energy
yeah.
and different vibe. Oh, and disclaimer, guys, just because Chabaria works this hard and doesn't sleep does not mean you need to do the same thing. We do think that you should have the same kind of determination and work ethic as far as wanting to succeed and get your goals achieved. However, to the level that she does it and not sleeping and not taking full care of yourself is not something we recommend. So always put your health first and then your determination and your goals after that. But yeah, I just wanted to say that because I don't want people sitting there thinking, she's doing that. I can't go. That's just too much for me. Well, you have to work at your own level and what you think is appropriate. But
Absolutely.
having that kind of determination and that passion and that love for what you're doing
Mm,
is very important in anything you do. And that's what we want to model.
definitely. Yeah, definitely. Jabari like isn't from this planet, but that's we've known that. We've been through that. She's not human, so that's why she can do this. So
I
like
wonder if anybody ever takes that seriously. It's
yeah.
like, is she really
Well,
alien? I don't want somebody showing up at her house wanting to do studies on her.
FLC screw. No, she is, but she's just not like us. So
Yeah, she's just
um
very determined and passionate about what she wants
which is
and
great.
helping other people.
Yeah, which is,
Yeah.
and like Missy said, everything you just said is absolutely true. Please take care of yourself. But seeing that in person as well, um, just the amount of hard work that goes into it. And like I was saying, she knows how to command a stage. She like that stage was hers for that 20 minutes. She knows how to speak. She knows the script. She knows like what to do, where to stand, how to do it.
Mhm.
But still, right until the last minute, she was practicing, 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 practicing. And that's, I think, very similar to what we do in sales, right? Because we're in sales, anyone here watching, if you have a business, you're also in sales. If you don't have a business and you work like a 9 to 5, you're also in sales. You can know something and you can be able to do something, but to be able to do it on that master level is so much different. And I don't know if I'm getting across the point I actually want to get across here, but even if you think you're the best in your area, you know the script, you know how to speak to people, you still need to practice every day, right? And we were just speaking about this, like the practicing our scripts every day, how much of a difference it makes to your confidence. Because Chabaria could have probably not practiced at all on the day of the talk, but doing so gave her that confidence, even more confidence to go out on stage, right? Um, I think you were just speaking about this as well, the importance of practicing.
Oh yeah, because sorry, like I was in the past, I was role playing on my own every single day, and that confidence just kind of, I don't want to say skyrocketed, but it boosted my confidence so much. I knew the script, and I was just getting to the point where I could take and not only follow the script and the the sequence of the way everything was going, but I could begin to start making it my own. Now, some of us in the core family can take it and read it a couple of times and then start making it their own and adding their own attitude or personalities into that. And that's fantastic. But then there are people like me that are a little bit, I don't want to say slower, but we process things differently. So it is at a little slower pace. Doesn't mean we're dumb. It doesn't mean we don't know what we're doing. It just means we're processing it at a slower pace. And once we got it, we got it. So for me, it makes more sense for me to follow the sequence and follow the script word for word. And then when I get it really good and I can, I had gotten to where I was starting to not have to completely look at the script. I knew what it said, but I was starting to put it in my own words and adding my own personality into it. And I think that really makes a difference. but we were, we're taught, Josie, what is it? What's is it 12 hours? If you go 12 hours without role playing and practicing your script, you get rusty.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be rusty.
Yeah.
And so the more often you're role playing your scripts and practicing that, then the stronger you're going to be, the more deals you're going to close. And you mentioned that even if somebody's not in sales, if they have a 9 to 5, they're still in sales. We're basically in sales 24/7, because whether it be with work or with your family, or you trying to convince us right now that you're not in sales, you're trying to sell us. So you're in sales. It's
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
don't think you're getting away from it. You're in it.
You're in it whether you like it or not. It's so true though. You're every second of your life, you're either being sold to or you're selling.
Yeah.
And when we say sales, we're not just meaning like maybe like how we do it. You jump on a call, you're selling something. That's not just what sales is. It's trying to convince your friends to go to that movie you want to see. It's trying to convince your mum. When you were younger and you go to your mum and you're like, hey, and you're being all nice just so you can ask for that £10 at the end of your conversation. That was sales. You're trying to convince your mum to buy you that sweet in the shop. That's sales. So everything is sales. We're not just talking about like cold calls and demos and everything like this. But yeah, it's like that was a really aha moment too. It's because of all the practice that she did beforehand. She was comfortable on that stage. I'm sure she was nervous, but she looked absolutely comfortable in her home on that stage. And
She
it's
looked
because of,
amazing.
yeah, it's because of all the practice that she did. And has not even just for the TED, like everything since she started business. She's been on multiple stages, done multiple events. So yeah, it was so amazing to see in person. And I think if ever FLC, well, not if, when FLC have an event of their own, and we have the students and we have people coming to our event to watch Jabari and watch us as well on stage, you have to be there. You have to be there. So keep an eye out.
Yeah, Javaria even mentioned us having, when we have events like that you and I would have the hangout on stage as well, live on stage. I think that's going to be amazing. I can't wait for us to get up there and start doing it. It's going to be also so incredible to get that feeling of feeling empowered and knowing that you're changing somebody else's life and you're touching them in a way that could potentially save their life is an incredible feeling. That's just something that, I don't know if you've had that opportunity, Josie, where you've touched somebody so much that they're like, you just saved my life. I mean, literally saved my life. It's an incredible feeling.
Yeah.
And when somebody, I've had people come up with my 9 to 5. I've had people tell me I feel safer with you than anybody else, and which is a really good feeling. But it's like, that's on one hand, it's kind of sad because everybody in your life should make you feel safe. And on the other hand, it feels good because, I'm glad I can be that for somebody. But I am so super excited for us to be on stage.
Another big aha moment that I thought about every day on that trip. So we were there 3-ish, 2 half day, full day, so 2 days, I guess. And I couldn't stop thinking about, you know that quote, everyone's heard it. The 5 people, the what's it? The closest 5 people around you. You're the average of the 5 people around. That's the one. You're the
Yeah.
average of the 5 people around you. And I kept thinking about that and I was like, if that's true, which it is, like this is where I want to be. And obviously not just those
Yeah.
people, like the whole FLC team and the people that I was there in real life. So all of you, I was like, if that's true, like this is where I'm staying for the rest of my life. And I know that you're gonna feel me on this one too. It's so important to get yourself around the right people. Like these were people that not only felt like friends and family, but people I actually look up to. There's not one person there that I couldn't look at and be like there's something in you that I want to be as well. That makes sense. Like I look up to these people so much. And I just felt very grateful to be there. I was sitting at the dinner table afterwards and I was like, wow, you're all so amazing. And one day we'll all be there, the whole team will be there. But I know that you also feel me on this one. Like it's so important to get yourself around the people you look up to, you want to be like, and that you can learn from. But I want to ask you as well, we're in such a digital world and we're all on different parts of the world. If you actually can't be with those types of people in person, which a lot of us can't all the time, how else can you surround yourself with the people you want to be like?
Well, first of all, I am in that situation, like on an everyday basis. And I was, on on my one-on-one call with Coach David on Thursday, I was talking about this. I am smack dab in the middle of an area where people have settled for mediocrity. They're so caught up in just surviving on their daily day-to-day basis that they don't dream. Or that they do, they're very small. And not to say that that's it's okay for them if that's what they choose. It's really not okay because they really need to be able to everybody deserves to be free, right? But my point is I'm smack dab in the middle of that in a surrounded by mediocrity everywhere. So the where I get those people from is the core family. And like you said, we are all over the planet. We're in different continents, countries.
But we see each other every day.
Yeah, we see each other every day, talk all throughout the day. So I'm around you guys. In fact, I see you guys more often than I do anybody else. The only other person I see um, more often or almost as much as you guys is my client I take care of during the week. I see you guys more than anybody else. So, being on the Zoom calls, the team meetings, checking the Facebook page, connecting with people in the group, our messenger chat. If I go to sleep, when I wake up, there's over 100 messages there. It's like, and then I got to go back and read it all. And I love that. But if I can't be around you guys physically as of yet, those are the ways I'm staying connected. And then I'm surrounding myself with, learnings like listening to Grant Cardone training with his team. We can read books that get us in that mindset and give us that, study, listen to watch the people on YouTube that are in that industry that you want to be in or that are like-minded that you are. So even if it has to be digital or even some other way, at least you're getting something from somebody.
Just getting the this is live.
Yeah, you're good. It's so good.
Go ahead.
But it's trying to find that from where, anywhere you can, because we want to be in a position where we're always growing and learning and changing. And the only way we're going to do that is if we put ourselves out there. Now, I, for one, am one of those people that I walk the very thin line of being extrovert and introvert. I could easily close myself in my apartment and never leave and never talk to anybody. I can easily do that. I have done that. I did it for 2 years once.
Yeah.
Very lonely.
The reason I got so I brightened up when you said that is because we were talking a little bit about this. I remember we were driving back from the event. It was me, Seb, Andy, and Ronan. Shout out, you guys. We're driving back to the hotel. And it wasn't a deep conversation, but we touched on being like introvert, extrovert. And I said that I can be either. It really depends who I'm with. And the reason I got excited is because I wanted to touch on this point anyway, and you just led me right there. So thank you.
It's destiny.
It's destiny. It had to be said. But the reason I can be both is it really depends who I'm around and what type of people I'm around. Like
and
we
how
all get it where sorry.
and how I'm feeling that day. For me, it's like who I'm around and how I'm feeling.
Yeah, that's the thing. With the what I really noticed while we're on this trip, and I notice it every morning on the mornings I don't feel too great with the team meetings, is these people, like you guys, the core family and the people that were there, like lift me. I could be really
Mhm.
tired. I started the days, we didn't sleep very much. None of us
Yeah.
slept very much, but started the days really tired and really like feeling a bit like this. As soon as I was around these people, I felt awake and I felt uplifted and I felt full of energy. And it's because I'm around those types of people with the morning meetings. I'm thinking, "Oh, I don't feel like being on like jumping on the meeting. I don't feel like getting out of bed. I don't want to do this." But as soon as I'm on the meeting or as soon as the meeting finishes, I'm like, yeah, I can do anything. And then but what I wanted to say is we're not saying cut out those people in your life that maybe you aren't the five people you want to be like or things like this. You can still have those people in your life, but set boundaries. I was at dinner yesterday with some some people, not friends, but some like people from work or my mom's work. It was just like a dinner, and I felt so drained. And it's no hate to these people at all because they're not aware of it, but it's the complaining about the work and it's complaining about the weather and it's complaining about this and oh my God, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. And it was so draining. But what I'm saying is, it's not like I'm never going to speak to those people again. I
Mhm.
just might set a bit of boundary or set up a little bit of a
Limit
guard.
contact.
Yeah, exactly. So, like you said, have people either online or in person that you can go to that make you feel up leveled instead of your social battery goes like this when you see them. It might start here and it goes like this when you see them, which is definitely what I felt on that trip and every morning on the meeting as well. So, yeah,
Yeah.
great for your all.
Yeah. I think that when we're around people like that kind of, like you said, kind of drain our energy a little bit, I think we really need to step back and realize, okay, um, these may not be my tribe or the people I want to that give me a bunch of energy, and they might be complaining a lot because I'm around. I love my client, but he is complains. You have no idea. Um, but we have to take a step back and realize that they're doing that. I think they're doing it subconsciously. I don't think that they're always consciously doing it. And I think that we have to remember that and remember that it has nothing to do with us. It has everything to do with how they're feeling and how they're viewing their life and what's going on in their around in their world. Um, and if we remember that and kind of just be that energy, that energizer bunny, like Chubaria is for us, for them, then I think then we can help to spread that, not only that positivity and that energy to them, and help maybe in some ways impact their life to better it in some ways. So I do think that it's important to, like, some people will tell you, oh, you eliminate these people, the toxic people. Yeah, you want to eliminate toxic people, but I think what you're saying is a little bit better. If you're not ready to completely get rid of these people, have them, cut them out of your life, set those boundaries and maybe just limit your time with them, and keep in mind that what they're doing and how they're doing it and what they're saying is not a reflection on you. And it goes back to sales. Just because they've bought into the negativity and what they're doing does not mean you have to buy into it too. So you can listen, but you don't have to buy in.
Hmm. Exactly. It's the word I was trying to think of earlier was like-minded people. You want to be around like-minded people. And I'm not saying, are you good?
Yeah, sorry, my dog's sneezing. I'm like,
Oh, bless
I've
you.
never, I've never. Well, I think she gets her own hair because she's shedding. I think she gets her own hair in her nose, and it tickles.
Oh, bless
And
her.
I've never heard her sneeze like that. And I'm like, what the heck?
Bless. But no, it's like-minded people you want to be around. And like you said, the people that maybe aren't those type of people for you, and you do feel a little bit drained when you hang out with them, or you're just not, it's not the vibe, it doesn't mean you have to cut them out. And you said it really well. It's not a reflection of you, it's them. And it's not even their fault. They're just not aware of maybe everything you're aware of. So consider yourself lucky that you have that heightened level of awareness. So yeah, no, that was a really big learning for me as well. Just be around the right people. It will change the way you think. It will change your life being around the right people. I can guarantee that.
So on the TED Talk, was there anybody else that stood out to you? Or was it, I mean, obviously we loved Shabaria and we learned so much from her on a daily basis, but was there somebody else that stood out to you and said, like, you just like, I can really resonate with this person, or, that I could really not just resonate, but I could really learn something more from this person than other what they're just doing right here?
Yes,
Like you
lots.
said, there was 14 speakers. I mean, oh my God, 14
Yeah.
speakers that had 20 minutes each. It's a
Yeah.
long day.
It was intense, but they were all amazing. But definitely certain people stood out more. There was one guy in particular, and I know that Seb, and Andy and Ronan, everyone that was there, but especially Seb, will agree with me on this one. Um, Quick backstory: he lost both his legs in an accident. He was on the tube underground in London. Someone set off a bomb. Um, and just the story was insane. And he lost both his legs and he died 3 times that day. And he, like, no one thought he would survive and has been through such a journey. And he came out there and he told that story in such detail. And he suffers with PTSD from it, post-traumatic stress disorder from it, and has flashbacks. And first of all, for him to come out there and tell us this story, and I'm sure he's told it before, is amazing. To tell that, to relive that when you have that PTSD, just so that you can inspire other people, is absolutely amazing. But I think the biggest thing that I took away from, and I feel like everyone in that audience was quite emotional after his speech, is just, you are so lucky, like where you are. If you have a roof over your head, if you have food in your house, if you have something to wake up for every day, you are so lucky. If you can go downstairs by yourself, if you can get in the shower by yourself, if you can do all this by yourself, you're so lucky. And I think it's really easy to forget that. And it's really easy to wake up in the morning and think, oh God, it's cold and rainy and miserable outside. And oh, this is going to be such a long day. And all this, which I am very guilty of, being honest. And then you hear other people's and you forget that you're actually pretty lucky. So that really stood out to me. Such an amazing guy. There was also one more that really stood out, came to mind just now. He did a talk on procrastination, which I was like, oh my God, we need him on the Hangout.
Yeah.
Was basically saying, like, what we've said before on the Hangout is, if you say you're going to start on Monday, that's the classic. You're not going to start, right? You need, and I actually just saw a TikTok this morning about this. You need to start. You need to stop listening to the podcast. So don't stop listening to podcasts. Still tune into the Hangout every Sunday at 9 p.m. UK time, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But you need to apply what you're learning. You need to stop just watching the courses or watching the YouTube videos or listening to the podcasts, and you need to do it. don't wait till Monday. It's not going to start. Like Monday will never come. He was actually saying Monday is probably the worst day to start stuff because you've got the Sunday blues and then Monday comes along and you're feeling terrible. Start now, like right now. Um, that really stood out to me as well. And that was a rehab for me too.
Yeah. Procrastination. I'm still working on that course for that. It's like,
He
but,
was great.
yeah. Yeah. I've been thinking a lot about the procrastination lately too. Because I keep thinking, okay, tomorrow I'm going to do better. Tomorrow I'm going to do better. Tomorrow never comes. Today's the day. And if you really think about it, Sunday is actually the first day of the week, not Monday. So why do we put it off till Monday?
Exactly. Makes no sense.
Makes sense. But Josie, I think we've been on here for a while, and although the time flies because we're having so much fun, I think it's time to kind of wrap up a little bit. Do you have any closing advice or anything you'd like people to know?
Oof, gosh, so much. How long do you have? I think
You got 2 seconds. Go for it. Just kidding.
to summarize, or yeah, to summarize all the thoughts in my head over the past couple of days and everything we've spoken about here is you have everything you need in you to start working towards your goals. You have everything you need to just start and smash your goals. Seb was saying to us the other day, the core family, the person you want to be is really only a decision away from being that person. Be that person now. Get around the right people, train, do something you love. Yeah, that's what I want to say.
That's awesome. I kept thinking, you're saying that don't just think about it. We actually need to take that action. You're taking actions on a daily basis, right? So instead of just putting things off, refocus the action that you're taking on some things. Maybe you're taking action as far as watching YouTube or going through TikTok. Take that energy that you're wasting on that and put it towards your goal. And you're going to be so surprised at how different things turn out. Because, like you said, it's just a decision away. And then everything changes. So, with
Straight
that
away.
being said, huh?
It changes straight away as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Chabaria keeps telling it, it's instantaneous. Once you make that decision and you take the action, it's instantaneous. It's amazing. I keep thinking, okay, I have my goals. I want to be in Dubai. Still want to be in Dubai by the end of February. Okay. That's not very far. That's maybe pushing 2 months. Am I going to be able to get there? Yeah. In my head, yeah. In my heart, I'm already there. But yeah, I can. It might be a tight squeeze. I just have to take more action, and that's happening. But more action, no buts. We're not doing buts.
No buts.
So, yeah, no buts. Um, so with that being said, we thank you guys so much for joining us today. Be sure to like, subscribe, share our channel with as many people as you can. Our goal is to help everybody get to their freedom lifestyle because everybody deserves to be free. Nobody deserves to work tirelessly every day their entire life just to survive. That's not what we were here for. So help us reach as many people as possible so we can help them reach their freedom lifestyle, including yourself. Keep learning. Remember that once you're in the FLC, your family and your family for life. And with that, we'll be back next Sunday with another episode. Keep watch out for us. If you want in more or know more information, let us know. Comment. Give us suggestions on what topics you want to hear about. If you want to know what the Freedom Lifestyle Creators is, let us know. By the way, that's what FLC stands for, that sign. Freedom Lifestyle Creators, which is what we are. Each individual one of us is a Freedom Lifestyle Creator. including you. Let's create your freedom lifestyle together. See you guys next week.
Do it. See you.
Bye.